Paddy versus Gaethje was an embarrassment to the UFC. I was pretty excited for this fight. I'm a big Paddy the Baddy fan, and I was curious to see if he'd be able to eat the one or two awkward Gaethje overhands he'd take before he got a feel for the timing and range of Justin's home run attempts. Yeah, so he didn't. He ate them pretty well, though.
Without a doubt, sir.
Yeah, so he didn't. But dang nabbit, he wasn't kidding with the "Scouses don't get knocked out" talk. Yeah, so this video is somewhat of a venting of my frustrations watching this fight. The UFC lightweight title is generally considered pretty prestigious among the combat sports community. The performance last night was ill-befitting of it. Gaethje looked older. Paddy looked nowhere because he couldn't see. Mark Goddard looked the other way. And by the end of it, everyone was going, "Ooh, what a fight!" Like they just watched Roteng versus Superdek. First off, it was not a high-level fight. I dare describe it as sloppy. Justin had spoken about how champions always move forward in a literal sense, and Paddy, who definitely knew that's what he was going to try to do, decides the best way to manage that offensive quality of Gaethje is to back straight up and keep backing up till his back meets the fence. Then throw a measly little round kick and let Gaethje capitalize on him only being on one leg and crack him.
But if one man can hold you down,
as he puts his leg back down, shifting his weight towards his opponent's power side. And while doing all that, Paddy keeps his hands down, elbows out, and chin up. When Pimlet would get pressured and he didn't feel like he could escape, he'd bend to the hip and reach at Gaethje's legs, instead of taking a shot or initiating a proper clinch. Putting himself in this compromising position allowed Gaethje to snap him down in a front head. This repetitive failure to effectively initiate grappling exchanges allowed Gaethje to control all of them, removing Paddy's strongest field from the game. When Gaethje kept pressuring forward, Pimlet eventually decided he wanted to start taking momentum back, feinting blitzes back at Gaethje. This is great and all, making Justin more hesitant to plod forward with impunity. One issue: defensive principles. Paddy the Baddy kept his chin up, elbows out, hands down, and brain shut off, which getting concussed did not help with. You can't do that against Justin Gaethje. Well, I don't know, maybe you can, but Paddy Pimlet on that night could not. He bummed about in the UFC octagon in a title fight, looking like me in my first striking competition. He got stiff-jabbed hard and countered many times due to it. However, the Gaethje counters were far less effectively used than I had expected. This makes sense in hindsight, though. Gaethje was never an intelligent fighter. He's a mean fighter who hits very, very hard. Maybe the best brawler in the UFC. So, why go at him in the least defensively sound way you feasibly could have? Gaethje kept measuring with his lead hand, and fingers outstretched, which ended up resulting in an eye poke. And with that jab with a thumb outstretched delivering a second eye poke, I think Gaethje may have been a little overzealous with the idea of rules versus rules. Anyway, the fight seemed to entertain many people, and Paddy showed a lot of perseverance, so if that was the goal, hats off to them. The UFC is marketed as the hub of all the best fighters in the world, and this fight did not corroborate that image. Furthermore, the lightweight division had been considered the highest skill division in the promotion. Paddy and Gaethje, while maybe not being the most deserving of a title shot, are still really good fighters. The UFC does attract great fighters, and each of them have climbed the ranks and beaten good fighters to get to where they are. This isn't a Paddy or Gaethje hate piece. They're both very good fighters. This fight just did not show it. Also, Topuria would murder both of them.
but if one man can hold you down, two